readings, tarot readings from the heart. And today's reading is your January monthly general tarot reading, and this is for the zodiac sign of Libra. So Libra, your reading for January is a little bit similar to the general reading I did for the year ahead, 2015. It's showing me that there is imbalance going on. That for some of you guys, you're struggling to juggle something. It might be money, it might be home, it might be, you know, juggling the way that you want to live with the way that you can't live, or just juggling stuff. And it says to me that there is a sense of unease around this. There is a sense of a little bit of struggle, a little bit of worry around it. We have the Two of Pentacles, which is one about having to do a balancing act, okay? Trying to balance stuff, okay? And feeling that you're kind of struggling with that. If you look at this card, this man has pentacles at opposite sides. He's trying to juggle them. But then behind that there is a couple of ships, and they're kind of on stormy waters. The waters are like this rather than smooth. So it suggests to me that there is a little bit of burden here with trying to juggle something for some of you guys in January, or even going on now. The second card is the Nine of Swords. And this card does denote stress and worry around a particular subject or something that's happening. So I think for some of you guys, whatever this situation is that you're struggling with, or whatever it is that you're trying to keep balanced, but potentially you're finding that it's difficult for you to balance something out, you're feeling a sense of worry around that, okay? This could be going on now, it could be something that's going to be happening in January for you. So I get a feeling that if this is the way that these cards are running, this is something a lot of you guys are already going to know about anyway. So it could, I think it's an energy that you're going to be taking into January with you, to be perfectly honest. So there's some stress and worry going around that situation. We have the Six of Cups in reverse. Six of Cups upright means feeling nostalgic, seeing life through rose-tinted glasses, sort of pining for the past, potentially new lovers coming in, people from your past coming in, that type of thing. But when it's in reverse, it means that you're potentially centred too much on the past. You're potentially not taking responsibility for stuff that's happening now. It means, in a way, that you've got to kind of man up and, you know, be a bit more mature about situations and really sort of face those problems head on, rather than kind of thinking back to situations or thinking to the way that things used to be, or kind of pining for a particular time in your life and the point that you're at now, not really appreciating it, or not really kind of understanding that you're responsible for who you are, and you're responsible for your life, and you're the one that's going to need to kind of take responsibility and kind of man up and kind of, you know, just get mature with the situation and face up to it. So that's really what this card is saying. We have the Three of Cups next, which denotes celebration. So I certainly think in this situation, it's the universe is trying to tell you that you've got support there. If you don't feel that you've got support there, then go out and find the support. If things are getting a little bit too much for some of you guys and you're feeling stressy around it, if it's financial, try and get some financial support or advice on the situation. Or if it's something else, try and get some advice. But there is support there for you, and you're going to find that you're going to be feeling a lot better for that support, okay, during January. But you must go out and get help. If there's something that's going on, and this is a very strong reading, so there's something, I think, with some of you guys that's going on that is making you feel imbalanced, that is making you feel that there is a struggle there, that is making you feel a bit stressy around it, that is making you want to kind of run and hide, okay? But you can't run and hide, because you have to face up to it. And one way to face up to it is by going out there and getting some support. If you've got family members, confide in them, talk to them, but you must get some support with whatever this situation is, because you're going to be feeling a lot better when you do. We again have the Eight of Swords for you guys feeling trapped in a situation, which would really kind of, to me, tie in with the Two of Pentacles and also the Nine of Swords. You know, there is a struggle or imbalance. You're finding it difficult to balance stuff at the moment. You're feeling trapped with whatever it is that you're feeling bound by, or you're feeling, you know, you're feeling kind of like just held up, just kind of like, I can't get out of this. I'm struggling here, and I'm, you know, I'm trying to juggle this and I'm trying to juggle that, and I'm feeling trapped in this situation, and there is some stress around it. But you're kind of hiding from it, and you're not kind of, for some of you guys, really trying to think about how you can kind of deal with this present situation, you know. For some of you guys, you might be staying stuck in the past, and you might be afraid to face up to it. I mean, truly face up to it. You might be afraid to go out there and get some help and support. So you'd rather run and hide from it. But you've got to, these cards are really saying you've got to face up to whatever the situation is. You've got to. And if it means getting some advice, some really good constructive advice, then go out there and get it, because it's important. It's going to help you. And again, we've got the World card with this. The World card is saying that there is light at the end of the tunnel for you. There is definitely light at the end of the tunnel for you. Okay, if you can sort through whatever this issue is for some of you guys that's going on, that's making you feel stressy, or making you feel depressed, or making you feel a sense of entrapment, you know, you can do it. You can get that support through the Three of Cups. You can get help. And you're going to be feeling a lot better for it. The World card is saying there is light at the end of the tunnel. You can sort through this. There is a solution to the problem. Definitely a solution going on. But you need to just go out there and get it. Find it. Okay? And the final two cards is, again, we've got the Two of Swords. Again, about confusion, a lack of clarity, needing to make a choice but not wanting to make a choice. But the final card, the Knight of Swords, is saying you've got to make a choice. You've got to cut through that challenge. You've got to cut through the challenge. There's no other way forward. It's January 2015. What better time to do it than the beginning of the year, the start of the year? You've got to do it. You've got to cut through that choice, that situation. You've got to be the bully boy sometimes. You've got to be the assured, you know, person. Even if you're not feeling confident, you've got to kind of take on that trait for whatever it is that you want to fight, or whatever it is that you want to defeat, or whatever it is that you want to kind of cut through or break through. Sometimes you've got to take on the traits of a headstrong person who charges and cuts through any challenges to get to a goal. So really what this reading is very clear to me is saying is that for some of you Librans, and I think it's a situation that's going on now, to be honest, with a lot of you guys, you know, you can't stay stuck forever. You know, you might be refusing to take responsibility for whatever is coming in for you. And I'm not saying that people are per se responsible, but sometimes it's very easy to run and hide from stuff that we don't want to face up to. And these cards are saying you have to face up to stuff. If there's stuff going on that's making you feel imbalanced, and it's making you feel uneasy, and it's making you feel uncomfortable, you've got to find a way to sort through that problem, to sort through that issue. And if that means going out and asking your friends for advice, or asking them for help, or going to your family and saying, can you help me with this or that, or going to an external agency and saying, I've got problems with money going on, I need some help here, is there any other resources that I can get? Anything that this alludes to with you guys, help is the key, because you're going to find that there's a light at the end of the tunnel when you do go and get that help. You're still feeling confused and a little bit unclear. But again, we've got what we've got here. We've got the Two of Swords, Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords, and you're doing a juggling act here. You're trying to, whether that's juggling, you're trying to juggle your emotions on something, whether it's trying to juggle money, whether it's trying to juggle time. There's a stormy sea here for you guys. There's an ease there in this card for you guys. But we have Three Swords cards here, which represent challenges. In one of the challenges, you're feeling bound and trapped by something. In the other, it's making you feel uneasy. And in the other, it's making you feel unclear and a lack of clarity and refusing to make some form of a choice. We've got the Knight of Swords. The only saving grace really is your Knight of Swords with these swords cards, because what this Knight of Swords is saying, you've got to be the bully boy. You've got to go out there and do it. You've just got to go out there and just cut through those challenges. But the way to cut through the challenges is getting some help. Okay? Don't run and hide. There is light at the end of the tunnel for you guys. Okay? So really, this reading really did speak to me, because it's, you know, I have been in situations in my life where seriously, you seriously just want to run and hide. You just don't want to face it. You don't want to do that. You don't want to go there. You just want to kind of like run, you know, want to go to that corner, and you just want to stay there, and you just want to kind of think about how nice things used to be, or a better time that you had, or whatever that was. But it's not worth it, because when you've got to face stuff, you just got to face it. And if you want stuff to get better, sometimes you've got to go through the crap for things to get better. But you just got to go through it strategically, and you've got to think logically about it, and you've just got to be like the Knight of Swords, more assured and more, you know, just more like, screw this. I'm just going to charge. I'm just going to go for it. No matter what the outcome, I'm just going to go for it. Because I know it's going to make me feel a whole lot better when I do. A whole lot better when I do. So guys, that's the end of your reading for January 2015. I hope I wasn't too harsh on that reading. If I did sound harsh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. But this reading really did speak to me that some of you guys might be, you know, not dealing with your issues as such, and kind of just, you know, not doing that. But you've got to do it. You've got to do it, because if you want happiness, it's like with the law of attraction. We want to attract good stuff in, but still we're feeling bad. You know, we've got all this backlog of stuff. We've got this backlog of emotion, we've got this backlog of debt, we've got this backlog of this backlog of that, and then we try adding stuff onto it. We try masking it. It's like going into a smelly room where people have been smoking, and instead of opening a window so you can let the smoke out, what you do is you just spray air freshener around the room so it masks it. The trouble is that smoke that was there before the air freshener has seeped into everything. So when the air freshener is gone, you're still left with the nasty bit of smoke in the room. You haven't opened a window to let it out. And that's what the reading is really talking about. It's about clearing away the debris so that you have a clearer path. But only you can do it. It's as simple as that. You can come and you can get as many readings off this site as you like, but if you're not willing to put the action in, nothing's going to change. It still stays the same, and you've still got that backlog and that debris and all of those things that are still on the baseline, on the bottom pit of your soul. They're still making you feel that way because it's still there. You haven't cleared it out. You haven't purged it. This is all about purging. It's all about finding ways to purge your stuff, your soul, your life, your situation of what's no longer serving you. I really hope that makes sense, guys. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. Very, very strong reading, this one for Libra. Very, very strong. I'm sorry, guys, if it's for some of you guys, it's not what you want to hear, but if you can resonate with it, then please let me know, because every one of my readings is done with truth, it's done with light, and it's done with trying to help people out that potentially are going through certain situations. Okay? So thank you so much for your time, Libra, and I will be back with your February 2015 reading very, very soon, because I realise I haven't been uploading the monthly readings because I've been doing the year ahead ones. But that just to say thanks for subscribing and everything. I'm going to put that really early on the channel, and I'll speak to you guys soon. Love you very much. Take care.